Good afternoon and welcome to the first annual Talkin' Southern California Christmas Party. In honor of this special event, we at the programming staff of KFI AM 640 have compiled a tape of some of the highlights and lowlights of KFI.
This tape is designed for the private listening pleasure of our audience. No rebroadcast or duplication is allowed without express written consent of the National Football League. This is meant to be purely a work of fiction, and any similarity between persons either living or dead is purely intentional. Ken Cole disavows any knowledge of this tape and takes no responsibility for the content therein. Sure, this production is made under the authorization and jurisdiction of the AFL-CIO, IBEW, AFTRE, SAG, SEG, FDIC, and FSLIC.
So, without further ado, may we present KFI AM 640, the great entertainer.
Happy holidays from KFI 640.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for LeBeau's Amateur Corner. We have standing by on the phone here a very excited Robin Gottschalk of Sutherland. Hi, Robin. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm great.
Robin, you're going to sing a song for us.
Yes, I am.
Anytime you're ready, Robin.
Thank you. Tonight won't be just any night. Tonight there will be no morning star. Tonight I'll see.
You do this for a hobby?
Are there a lot of radio game shows?
Well, actually, this is the only one, but I wasn't going to bring that up, Paul. I appreciate that.
Sorry about that.
Anytime. Thank you, Paul. This is Chuck Tyler at 8:06. The game show is underway for a Monday night. We've got a week of games and a week of money for you. Coming up this hour, we're going to play Movie Mania. We're going to play Secret Sound, the Love and Sex Game, and the Musical Challenge. We play games right after Dr. Toni Grant every Monday through Friday night for 3 hours. And, of course, we give away money, too. Right now, our current champion is Dana Rowe of Van Nuys. He's in show business, and he's got $125 in his pocket.
And I believe I have another telephone call here. Hi, who is this?
Hi, my name is Al.
Al from where?
I'm facing from California.
Okay.
I'm facing early retirement, I think, because I believe the company wants to fire me, and I believe they want to fire my partner. His name is Roger. Can you give me any advice, Joe?
Yes, I think you should.
I know we have these terrible meetings, see, where they just yell at us, and I just have this feeling that they don't want us here anymore, Joe.
I think you should go to Palm Springs.
They pay beans down there, just about what they pay here.
Somebody here has got to grow up.
Rachel Ward is the good wife, and how Michael J. Fox deals with fame. I'm Tracy Miller with KFI's Celebrity File.
How soon do you go to bed with a man after you meet him?
Hello, we're calling you for a radio audience survey. Your comments are being recorded for possible airplay. Today's question is, in Los Angeles, what does Steve LeBeau and Laura Brown mean to you?
I don't know. I don't care. And I wouldn't know if I did care.
What does this mean to you, Steve LeBeau and Laura Brown?
What would make you feel better?
Hi, doctor. I'm 50. I cannot reach orgasm. I partly believe it's because I commenced to scream and holler so that they pop out in a terrible fright. Also, I'm not too pretty.
Okay, now wait a minute. Wait, can I go back for a moment?
Yes,
what pops out?
Oh, the guy's dick.
Sit down, you dumb whore.
Thank you very, very much for calling. Bye-bye, and good luck to your friend. And I'm Dr. Ruth Westheimer, and it is now 9:45, and you are listening to Sexually Speaking with Dr. Ruth Westheimer on KFI, Los Angeles.
Well, that's wrapping up our show for another Saturday night edition of the Radio Game Show. I want to thank all of you in our studio and everyone at home for participating with us for the last 3 hours. And I want to thank my executive producer, Mr. Chuck Tyler, with us tonight, and my producers, Greg Cockrell and Lou Warschauer, and my director engineer, Hank Velasco, for doing such a great job tonight. Stay tuned for Pillow Talk, 4 hours of love songs, romantic conversation, and fun, with your host, Mr. Bill Meyer. That's Pillow Talk, coming up next on Southern California's great entertainer, KFI. We'll see you Monday afternoon at 6 o'clock. Thank you so much for being with us. This is Mark Richards.
The guy's dick.
Good night, everybody.
It's time once again for another visit with a story lady.
Hello, children. Today we're going to hear the story I call The Captive Princess. Once upon a time, a beautiful princess was captured by a band of evil men who took her to their hideaway where they forced her to do a variety of perverse acts. Wearying of this, the princess one day decided to make her escape. She waited until a very dark night after all the bandits were asleep and sneaked out of their hideout. She ran and ran through the woods, hoping to escape until she came to a huge lake. There she looked into the water, and she saw the reflection of her snatch, which she thought was a canoe, and stepped into it and drowned.
You mustn't take life too personally.
In February of 1986, the once great KFI, AM 640, the most powerful radio station in all America, found itself in the midst of sagging ratings, sagging revenue, sagging morale, and yes, even sagging breasts. Help was needed. Help was needed in a hurry. Few people even thought that the once great KFI would ever rise again. This was a black hour indeed. But then it happened. On that February day, when nearly all hope was lost, there came a cloud of dust on the horizon. Roberto's vacuum cleaner had broke. But once the dust settled, a mighty figure stood among his trusty Porsche, tall and swarthy, with a silly mustache. He raised his hands and bellowed, "Shut up and play the music." But this was not the last. After much thought and soul-searching, the mighty Ken Cole proclaimed from high on the mount, "Thou shalt talk Southern California like it has never been talked before." And now, the rest of the story.
KFI AM 640. We're talking Southern California.
Hey, hey, Uncle Bud, it's a treat to beat your meat on the... is that what it is? Now, who wrote this? Well, now, just a minute. Now, who wrote this?
I think I'm going to go find another guy to...
No.
I don't mean to hurt your feelings.
Well, I didn't write this. It was written in the copy. Hey, hey, Uncle Bud.
No, wait,
Oh,
no.
I
think
treat.
this line should be taken away from you, Gary.
It's an F in there, isn't it?
It's a treat to beat your feet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Anyway, we're going to continue our conversation this morning.
Fade Gary. Just fade Gary. We're going to continue our conversation this morning. Barry Manilow. All right, yeah.
Barry Manilow. You know, his autobiography, Sweet Life, is soon going to be coming out in paperback.
Yeah.
And I guess that writing this book was not an easy task for Barry.
Neither was that introduction for
right,
you.
Larry, it's yours.
Hi, this is Jeff Edwards, just reminding you that the first live topical talk show of the day is right here on KFI AM 640, 9 a.m. Along with newsman Dan Avey, we talk to the newsmakers, the people who make the headlines, and you talk to them, too. We take your phone calls, and all together, we call it... What do we call it? What do we call that? We call it a gig. And all together we call it a gig, man.
Jeff, this is Dr. Toni Grant. Stop playing with that.
Animal crackers in my monkeys and rabbits. The gosh, oh gee, but I have fun swallowing one by one. In every bowl of soup I see lions and tigers me.
To talk to Dr. Toni Grant, call toll-free from all across Southern California. 1-800-553-4640. 1-800-553-4640. Now, back to Dr. Toni Grant.
I'm Dr. Toni Grant. You're live on Peter Pan. Hi, Andy.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Welcome.
And one of the integral parts of talking Southern California is Tom Likas. Tom has always been very adept at knowing just exactly where he is and what he's doing.
Popular guest we ever have on the air, and you'll want to talk with Darryl Parrish coming up 1 hour from right now here on the all-new KFI AM 640. 4:09 on the afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, December 7th. George Bush, are you listening? It's Pearl Harbor Day, isn't it? You betcha. Yes, it is. So, George, wherever you are, circle this day on your calendar. Will you do that? Unbelievable. Oh, no, wait, tomorrow's the 7th. Oh, God. Well, they put this thing in front of me. It says December 7th. I just read whatever's... I'm a radio guy. I read whatever they put in front of me. Tomorrow's December 7th. All right. Give me a break. Unreal. I have nothing in here that says December 6th, There's nothing in here that tells me what today is. I don't know what today is. I have no idea.
Why doesn't somebody tell me these things?
I remember old Rivers. He's a poor dirt farmer. And that's because he raised dirt and nobody buys dirt. Certainly very few people eat dirt. But he raised dirt and he got by somehow. That man got by somehow with just old Rivers and his wife and his little ones and his mule. They'd raise dirt. They counterfeited $20 bills. And they made illegal whiskey and sold crack. They got by. Somehow they got by. And then one hot summer day, old Rivers was out plowing his dirt. I don't know why he plowed his dirt, and he reached down and got down to see how much it had growed. Man was so damn dumb he thought dirt growed. And his mule stepped on him. One of these, he's up there somewhere. One of these days, I'll go up there and I'll see old Rivers. And I don't want to because he smelled bad. He smelled like mule.
One of the most endearing characters to ever come to KFI was our own beloved E. Carl. I'm afraid E couldn't be with us at the taping of this program, so Gary and Al filled in.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of KFI and KFI management, Mr. E. Karp with a special message.
Thank you very much. As you know, it was 90 days ago that we decided to try something new here at KFI. We decided to throw away all the records except just a handful, which we let Gary and Al play in the morning. We have cut way back on our expense in buying records. They're quite expensive now, and we've been able to take that money and put it into paying the raiders to play on our radio station. Now, our main competition, since we're talking Southern California, is KBC. They don't have any football over there. Ha ha But we do here. Oh, yes, I grant you they have another sport, but they don't play that anymore. That season's over. Yes, we're talking Southern California. Only once in a while we do let Gary and Al play a record. I haven't figured out why, but we'll work on that at our next meeting.
Thank you, Mr. E. Karp, on behalf of KFI.
Not to be outdone, Tom Likas has his own version.
It has an on and an off button. In order to use the all-new KFI, turn the radio on. Rotate the volume control knob to a pleasing level. Then, tune into the all-new KFI AM 640. Remember, we're talking about Southern California on the all-new KFI because we're talking about Southern California. That's right. That's all we do. We never actually talk about it. Actually, we talk about talking about Southern California on the all-new KFI. For example, let me give you an example of how it works. See, we have a microphone, and that's what we call this in the radio business. This is a microphone. And what we do is we talk into it. And you see, you listen, and then you call using your telephone. You have one of these at home? The telephone, it's called. You pick it up, you dial the number, and if you can remember 10 digits, that's pretty good, I got to say.
and you dial in, and then we talk to you on the radio. And no one's ever done this before. Before we came to town, nobody had ever come up with this idea. We were the first on the all-new KFI, AM 640. Now, we're talking Southern California, like it's never been talked before. And maybe we were all better off before.
And now, with his own version of the KFI jingle, here's Chuck Tyler.
What a place!
Since we've gone all talk, many of our air personalities have developed a very devout sense of right and wrong. When they're wrong, they admit it.
Right about that, and I apologize for my mistake. Well, I'm going to anyway, Ruth, whether you like it or not. I'm sorry. Boy.
Along with great talk shows, KFI Sports has added a new dimension to the radio station.
Free line in Southern California. Let's go to Whittier. And Bob, you're on the air at KFI.
How are you, Chris?
Good, Bob. How about you?
Oh, I'm great. Well, the reason I'm calling is I wanted to know if you wanted to have anal intercourse with me.
Yeah, that's great. All right, thanks, Bob.
How big is it?
And while we've been talking Southern California like it's never been talked before, what has our competition been up to?
Okay, basically, we got no one here to answer the phones, so I'm going to keep on talking while we try to find someone to answer the phone. So you keep on calling. All right, let's continue on with. Let's talk to Jane. This is Dr. Dell, and you're on the air.
Hello?
Hi, how are you, Jane?
Oh, well, I'm bothered with this flatulence.
Yeah, in general, physicians don't get too excited about gas, but of course it's very bothersome to the patient.
I can stand it, but it's so many times, it's like about 12 times a day, and it's not involuntary. I have to force the air out.
Yes, amount becomes important. You know, one person's 12 times a day versus someone else's 12. If each time we're talking, you know, a cubic meter of gas each time, then that's more.
Kiss goodbye your butt. And finally, for the man who has everything, a call from the police.
Good afternoon, Ken Cole's office, Kathy. May I help you?
I'm looking for Ken Cole, please.
Calling?
I'm looking for Mr. Cole.
May I ask who's calling?
This is Lieutenant Cummings, LAPD.
Cummings, hold on one moment.
Hello?
Mr. Cole?
Yes?
This is Lieutenant Cummings, Los Angeles Police Department. I'm calling about a red Porsche 944, license number... Oh?
Yes, that's me.
Okay. Well, sir, we've recovered the vehicle, and it is presently at Rampart Station. We would like to have you come down and file a statement, please.
Good, it's not missing.
Well, sir, we have recovered it off the street. Are you...
Let me run downstairs. Hold on a second.
Sure.
My car has been stolen.
Well, sir, it has been recovered, and there appears to be no exterior damage. However, it is at Rampart Station, and we would like you to come down and file a statement. There is a man in custody.
Is what?
There is a man in custody.
Where is the Rampart Station?
Rampart Station is on Rampart Boulevard. It's at the corner of 3rd and Rampart.
Okay.
My name is Lieutenant Glenn Cummings, and there's one more thing I'm authorized to tell you. April Fools.
Where's my car?
It's 2 spaces over.
And